Oh, salutations and welcome everybody to Acting Out Loud. Today we're talking about celebrity voiceover and its implications on the industry. But before that, a word from our sponsor.
Hey, have you been injured in an accident involving animals? O&T Varmint Law is here to help. I'll take your case to court and rip them to shreds. I'm an expert in zoological law. Mammals, reptiles, amphibians, invertebrates. Irwin's my name, and taking animals to court is my game.
Oh God, she took the kids, man! You gotta help me! Is she a hyena? No, but she laughs like one.
If it doesn't involve a giraffe, I don't care.
Well, one of them damn tiny monkeys stole my wife's fanny pack when we was vacationing in, Sugar Bear, where was that? Sri Lanka.
My friend, you've got a case. What was the monkey's name?
Quadrupeds, bipeds, whatever peds. If a croc bit your tootsies off in an aquarium, I'll have that beastie on my Barbie by the end of the week. So to speak. Call me at 613-828-ZOO. That's 613-828-ZOO.
You reminded me so much of those TikToks now. Hey, we're here out with the McDonald's. Help! I love those. I forgot all about
Yo, we
them.
already know we out here with the help!
I love those videos.
They're
so
so
much.
funny. Alrighty. So we had our word from our sponsor. Thank you, Irwin T. Varmint Law, for that gracious commercial. Had a great time putting together that spot. So we are talking about celebrity voiceover today. So, okay. Voiceover is traditionally done by career voice actors, guys. And for the longest time, it was like, who? Your Mel Blancs and stuff. Well, he was famous, but typically voice actors don't get a whole lot of content made about them. They don't get a whole lot of attention outside of just their name being in the credits of the movie. People love the characters they play, but they don't really know about the man behind the mic or the person behind the mic. So what ends up happening is, I think the turning point was Aladdin, when they had Robin Williams do that fantastic performance as the genie. And after that point, companies were like, "Ooh, we can make a pretty penny off of this, yes." And so they were like, "Yo, dude, celebrities on the air, or celebrities behind the mic, this is sick." And then they just kind of started grabbing anybody with a name and putting them in a voiceover booth, and it had pretty negative implications, not only on the movies that they're in because of the lackluster performance, but the smaller, more, shall we say, trained voice actors that are meant to do that for their whole career. So we've got a couple of examples here of some less than stellar celebrity performances. I mean, you guys, what do you guys think of, first of all, what do you guys think of the Super Mario Bros. Movie with Chris Pratt?
I think it was a pleasant surprise to figure out that Chris Pratt would be playing Mario. I have a thing about grown men liking Nintendo things, and I think that if you're over the age of 30 and you're doing something Nintendo, like if you're a grown ass man with like Nintendo like products in your home and you're like a fanboy, I kind of look down upon you. So like when I was reading things online of like these grown ass men complaining about Chris Pratt, I knew I had to see this movie really bad. And to those who don't know, Nintendo does these things called Nintendo Directs, where they announce news for like games and stuff like that. And so when the Mario movie just got announced and they were like teasing things, and they started to tease the actors, and I think that movie has a lot of celebrity actors other than Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I think I know that Jack Black sings in it. I think
he's
Jack
Bowser.
Black was Bowser.
He was
Did a
Bowser.
phenomenal job.
Okay, he's Bowser.
and there was like Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, but I think Seth Rogen has done enough voice stuff, I believe, already, and Seth Rogen is just like that one voice kind of covers him. Yeah, that one voice like covers him perfectly. So like
you really can't go wrong on Seth.
And Jack Black has also had experience with what was it, Kung Fu Panda?
Mm-hmm.
So Jack Black was
is
like
one of those A-listers that actually can voice act.
Mm-hmm.
So Chris Pratt was just like the sore thumb in the field, and like back to that Nintendo Direct, they had him come on for like a Zoom interview, and just the way he was talking about his connection to Mario was very out of touch. It felt.
Yes, it was cringe. It was cringe. And I've got the clip pulled up right here. Let me make sure it's coming through the speakers real quick.
This isn't him doing the voice, but you can tell that like... Oh,
there we go. Grammarly ad.
How to get the most.
I muted it and it still played.
Awesome. No, he doesn't try the voice, but the way he speaks and his attitude towards this performance is basically the entire film.
Yeah, I've got it set now.
Okay, I was just waiting for the ad. Okay,
yeah, no problem. No more Grammarly.
Growing up, man, I spent hours of my life stomping Koopas in the original Mario Brothers arcade game at my local laundromat. And then, of course, it came out on Nintendo, and I played that, maybe years of my...
Stomping Koopas.
Yeah, so, that got a lot of
negative attention, I'm sure.
attention for the film. I believe it was Illumination who made that film, so it was like the Minion people.
Yeah. Wait, did they make the damn Emoji movie too?
Yes.
Illumination? I don't know.
Let me double check that. Let me fact check.
But anyways, so that was like a lot of it took a lot of heat, and when it came to the actual film itself in the Mario movie, I think we should kind of discuss the original voice actor of Mario first before we can draw comparisons. I feel like Mario is one of those I guess you could say like pop cultures that everyone knows. If you ask someone who Mario is, they'd be able to explain it perfectly. So with that, I feel like everyone knows who Mario sounds like. Everyone can put a voice to Mario, right?
Yeah. And I also have the original Mario voice actor who, for context, and I think this is a pretty good segue into the issue, the original Mario voice actor, the Yahoo! is
Charles Martinet, that's his name.
Yeah, Charles Martinet. He's alive and well. He said he was willing to do the voice and would be excited and, honored for the opportunity to be in the Mario movie. But instead, they opted for Chris Pratt going, Koopas! Here's that clip of... Say his name again?
Charles Martinet.
Charles Martinet.
Mario! It's a me, Mario! Woohoo! Let's go! Okie dokie! I've been the voice of Mario for 26 years.
26 years, and they went with a celebrity from the Marvel Universe instead.
Instead of actually choosing Mario, they chose a
damn
choosing, Lego.
Instead of choosing the Mario, they went with a Lego. But let's not stomp Chris Pratt too hard, because he does have some good voiceover credit. He did do the Lego movie, and I think that was actually pretty good. What do you guys think? Did you guys see the Lego movie?
I saw the Lego movie when I was like a child. When did that film come out? That came out in
2014.
2014.
I just think for the Lego movie, because this was the first time he was doing a voice role like that. His voice kind of pretty much matches the character in a way when it comes to just his delivery and how his mannerisms in the Lego movie. So I feel like out of all things, he didn't do like a bad job in the Mario movie compared to the Lego movie. But again, if you had the voice of Mario like right in the palm of your hand, you didn't want to go with him. So it's just you could have went an easier route, but you chose like an alternative, which was unnecessary.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like in the Lego movie, or not just in the Lego movie, but if you look at Chris Pratt's just past roles and everything, he's always been that without being disrespectful to him, of course, that stupid character.
Right. He gets typecast as like the lovable goof.
Yeah. Parks and Rec.
He's great in Parks and Rec. Love
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, he's a very talented actor,
he's
but
talented,
he was not
but
right for that role.
Yeah, he plays the stupid character. So when it comes to the Lego movie and the way he gives... What's the character's name?
Emmett. I've got the clip pulled up. We can listen to it real quick.
The way he gives Emmett life is perfect because he's so used to playing those dopey characters. Emmett in the movie, for anyone who hasn't seen the movie, which I doubt, he's that lovable idiot, and he goes through that journey of like figuring out he's a master builder or whatever.
Yeah. He has his call to action when he has to save the Lego realm.
The Lego realm.
A man has fallen into the river in Lego City. Hey! Yeah, here's that clip.
Yeah.
Good morning, apartment. Good morning, doorway. Morning wall. Morning ceiling. Good morning, floor. Ready to start the day. Ah, here it is. Instructions to fit in, have everybody like you, and always be happy.
He's so expressive and animated, and I've seen the behind the scenes of him doing that film. He was very like into it in the booth, and I'm sure he was for Mario too, but it was a square peg in a round hole. Like, they had Mario right there, but they went with the wrong guy.
An unnecessary move.
Unnecessary. A blunder, if you will.
Did you know that Charles Martinet was actually in the Mario movie?
He was?
Yeah, he just played side characters.
Yeah.
Like
no
one time
way.
appearance characters.
Yeah, he interacted with Mario, and it was...
He interacted with Mario twice, and twice with two different characters. So he was like side characters, and I think he also played the father of Mario and Luigi.
Oh my god. So they basically... That's even worse. He had like a Stan Lee cameo when he should have been the lead.
Yeah.
That's insulting. That's insulting.
You think it's insulting?
I think it is.
I think
it's cute that he's in the movie.
It's
but
cute.
Like, he should have been the lead. Let Chris Pratt do the cameo because, hey, you can still have his name in the poster, just not front and center. Like, it's just a little compromise.
It's like they didn't want Charles Martinet to play everyone.
No, because that name doesn't invoke the same response that a name like Chris Pratt does.
Yeah, and like, he plays Charles Martinet. He plays like Mario and Luigi. He plays Waluigi and Wario. Those are the main four in like all the Mario games or whatever. So I guess like they felt the need to diversify the cast instead of having Charles Martinet play everyone. But like,
it's certainly not a pay thing because I'm sure they paid Chris Pratt and Jack Black.
They paid them a fine penny, I'm sure.
I was just about to say. So it's not a thing like, it gets tricky. I think another reason for the whole celebrity voiceover boom might just be because so many voice actors can do multiple characters, and maybe for some reason showrunners or producers, directors might get skeeved out by that when it comes to big, blockbuster movies.
Yeah. I don't know. I do want to give Charlie Day his flowers, though. I fucking loved him as Luigi. He was amazing. I love Charlie Day.
Yeah.
That's just off topic, but I fucking love Charlie Day. Charlie Day, if you're listening, I love you, man.
Shout out to you, Charlie Day.
I want to kiss you.
So I have an article here from hfvoyager.com called "The Problem with Celebrity Voice Acting" by an individual called Sumaya Ryan, feature editor. It's from December 18th, 2023. The article says that there are numerous good celebrity voice actors. As I said, I know we have our notes for the episode that mention Keith David and Clancy Brown as some other A-listers that actually can voice act. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Robin Williams again, Genie. I mean, that's the reason I'm an actor, period. Like, after I watched that movie, I kind of thought about voiceover from that point on. But then, I did community theater, and my first role was the Genie. And it was all because of Robin Williams. So I'm here because of Robin. And so that's another very, very good example of celebrity voiceover done right when it's right for the character.
There's a lot of, the two examples, which are my personal favorite, are Clancy Brown and Keith David. There's a lot of good within the actors and people who know what to do when it comes to voice acting. So, for example, Keith David was the voice of the Arbiter, the voice of the President in Rick and Morty. He was also he played what's his name in Princess and the Frog. What's his name? I forgot. I'm drawing a blank on his name.
Dr.
Giggle Touch.
No.
Dr. Giggle Touch.
What's his name?
It was a V, right?
It was a F. It was a F.
F?
Faciller?
He was the main villain.
Facilier.
He was the main villain.
Yeah, so he was the main.
Facilier.
Yeah, he was the main villain in Prince of the Frog, and he absolutely killed all 3 of those roles.
All the songs, all the
songs,
speaking parts.
all the speaking,
good.
and it's just the way he like makes the character into his own with his vocal inflections and how he likes to bring the tone and how like he wants to make the for example, he wants to make the Arbiter stoic and like honorable when it comes to his delivery.
Yeah. You want me to pull up the Keith David clips? I've got them right here.
Yeah.
They're absolute cash money.
Please
they
pull
are
up the Keith David clip. I want you to pull up the Arbiter clip, bro.
Amazon is overcharging you.
Yeah,
but first, a word from...
Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first.
Absolutely awesome.
Were it so easy. We must go. The brutes have our scent. The brutes love easy prey. We should not linger. The brutes begin their hunt. The prophets are liars, but you are fools to do their bidding. Come, let us hurry to the river. The grunts' newfound courage is but fear. When we are victorious, all who serve the prophets will be punished. Come. The landing zone is this way, for sport and meat. The river. Hurry! Grenades! Blow them to bits! Use those grenades! Keep them pinned! Grunt with the turret! You flank, I'll draw its fire. The Banshees will return. Hurry!
The Banshees will return.
Yeah, so when Keith David does stuff like that, it's very... You can recognize his voice just off, just the way his tone of voice is.
He's got a lot of cred.
Yeah, he has a lot of cred. He was in... I know the movies that he was in was 21 Bridges... The First Sunday with Ice Cube. There's another movie. He was in
Nope.
He was in Nope. I was gonna say that.
he was the dad.
He was the dad in Nope, and he knows how to kill each role that he's been given.
Oh yeah, he's fantastic.
But he has that diversity. This isn't just voice. This is acting.
Yeah, he's got on-screen accolades, but he also understands voiceover. He understands that voiceover is kind of more akin to theater in a way, because you have to give so much larger than life emotion to these characters, because you have to fill in the gap where they can't see you. Like they're animating you, sure, but you have to match the energy of that animation. And animation is like larger than life. Like they can animate whatever they want, and you have to be flexible enough as an actor, as a voice actor, to match that energy.
And I feel like going back to, once again, we're gonna dog on Chris Pratt, but Lego movie. It's Legos and they're jumping around, and the frame rate is totally different compared to like the Mario movie. They're moving at a different frame per second. It's like stop motion Legos.
Yeah, it's stop motion ass.
And so Chris Pratt can easily match that like goofy ass like jumping around Lego shit. And when it comes to Mario, it's different. It's not that type of stop motion-y, quirky stuff. It's still a child's movie, don't get me wrong. It's not like Mario's learning some fucking like hardcore lesson or some shit like that, but you know, you have to match that different energy, and he had like zero training for that role. It feels like he had no training.
Right. It just felt like they got him for the studio time and they were like, "You ever played Mario?" And he was like, yeah, maybe once.
He's like, "Yeah, I like stomping them
Koopas."
Yeah. So like, it's like there was no training at all. And that's one of the things that I feel like, if a celebrity is going to voice act, they're going to need training. Training for acting on screen is different than training for like vocal.
There's other performances that are worse than what Chris Pratt did, and that is Megan Fox in Mortal Kombat. So I played the story mode, and
sorry, my bad.
There's this character named Natara who's like a vampire type of fighter, and this is like her first time getting an actual voice. If you were to look up this character, you would probably think of like, she's probably seductive in a way, something like that. Something that
by the character art.
By the character art, yeah. But then when you listen to her voice, it's just like, ugh, what is that?
Right. She's got like a half mask. She's got that classic, maybe not so progressive garment for a female warrior in a video game, where it's kind of more of a bikini than armor. Right.
Yeah. But don't get me wrong, she can act. She was in Transformers.
Yeah, and I have a clip from Rogue, the movie from 2020 pulled up. This is Megan Fox kills everyone scene. I've time scrubbed.
Is that the name of the video?
Yes, it is. It's from Movie Clips. I time scrubbed past all of the killing everyone, and now I've just got some of Megan Fox talking. This is an on-screen role, so let's just hear this real quick.
Okay, when I say go, you're gonna run to the comms room. Right there, that's where Celia is. Okay? You can do it. You can go, all right? I'm gonna cover you. Okay? When I say go. Okay. Ready? Okay, yeah. Go.
So, like, it sounds a little... it doesn't seem like a bad movie, but the visual makes up a lot. I'm sure for audio listeners and stuff that it's like, yeah, it was a woman talking. And you'd be correct, because her as Natara sounds very much the same.
Well,
let me pull up.
I'd just like to point out in this film, I've never seen this film, but from the scene, it's Megan Fox just got finished like killing everyone, as to say, apparently, based off the quote of this video.
She's a very cool,
and now
level-headed
she is somehow cool leveled, and she's talking to whoever it is, telling them we're going to run over here. But her voice matches the scene perfectly. She's not saying,
that's true,
let's run over here, as in like some like Arnold like way, like or like Chris Pratt saying like let's go run over here, dude. Like, no, she's matching the tone of the scene perfectly.
That's true.
And when it comes to Mortal Kombat, a video game where you're not acting like physically, it might be hard to match that character, because the character is animated and doing everything. And I feel like actors kind of need to be acting to fit a character's voice, you know?
Yeah, if you're not moving around in the booth, you're doing something wrong. Every time that I am working something, I like for that audiobook, every single time I had to switch up characters, I would do some like old crotchety, like, well, hi there, friend. And I like literally embody that character. I hunch over and I like point with a crotchety finger, you know, I act it out. And I just can't get that same impression from the Natara scenes. This is all the cutscenes.
Excellent, Natara.
That is not Megan Fox.
Serena's right.
That's
because of Quan Chi's magic, my realm's people are no longer poisoned by sunlight. We've finally escaped the shadows.
We finally escaped the
I'm
shadows.
not feeling that delivery.
No.
There's no delivery.
There's no type of
there isn't
energy.
delivery.
There's no nothing. It just
And
sounds flat.
She's taking it off a page.
Granted, that scene in the game, they're just standing there talking, but you could add at least emotion.
She's talking about her people. Like there's no pride or patriotism behind the words. She's not being very vehement about anything.
Hey,
but
Quan
to give her the
Chi,
benefit
what
of the
you're
doubt,
doing is bad. I have to save my people.
My people really need my help. I need
to give her
save
the
my
benefit of
people.
the doubt, let's pull up a scene when she's fighting. This looks action packed. She just got cut on the arm.
That blade's enchanted. It was forged. We can't help what we are.
We
Yeah,
can't
I'm not-
help
yeah, I'm
what
not
we
feeling that.
are.
Can't help what we are.
Yeah, buddy, I'm not feeling that.
Yeah, no. She just got
It started
wounded.
pretty good.
It started off with a good
It's like
start.
that blade's enchanted. Like that was pretty good. I liked that.
Strong start, but a terrible finish.
We can't help what we are. It's like you just got, and you know what that is? I'm willing to put down like $20 on the table right now that those lines were recorded separately, and she didn't match the energy from just being sliced by a blade and going, that blade's enchanted. They probably said like, all right, cut. And then she punched in to go, we can't help what we are, you know?
Yeah.
Let's just pull up. I've got the NBA 2K voiceovers.
Oh, those are horrible.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's another case too, because
those are athletes.
These aren't movie stars, right? These aren't actors.
If I have to learn anything,
I'm sorry. Every time I pull up the clips, they start playing automatically.
It's okay. It's okay. A little bit of context. I'm sure most people know what the NBA is. Everyone has to know what the NBA is. But they do make 2K video games. 2K is the developers, and Khai, help me out here. They do like these modes called like My Career.
Yeah,
right?
so it's My Career where you create your own character, you make your own little archetype, you can make any position you want, and then you just pretty much start off your own career from, I want to say, from high school to a bit of college to the NBA.
Yeah. So you're, this game, a lot of money. It's made in partnership with NBA, so they usually get their players in to voice act. So this game in particular, I believe it's 2K15. So it's from 2015, and they had their stars come in to voice act, and it's like they gave them zero training. And
no training in the delivery.
You just gotta play.
I'll just let it speak for itself.
All right, because if I have to learn anything, it's that you have to tune out the noise. Only thing that matters is what happened between the lines. Do the work, listen to the coacher, and the result will take care of themselves. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the money, the nice hotel, the private jets. Remember that, and you will be fine, okay?
Silent.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. He's right. We got too much talent, and we work too hard to be playing like this. We got to get this train right back on track real quick, like.
That's right. We all have that attitude.
That's right. We all have the attitude.
And I just wanted to bring up another thing before we wrap up. We only got a couple of minutes here. I was thinking of like potential solutions to this problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone knows D. Bradley Baker's voice the way someone would know Tom Cruise's face, right? He voices tons of animal sounds. So like anytime there's a movie with like a pig in it, you've got D. Bradley Baker going in the booth. It's ridiculous. Like I've seen the behind the scenes videos.
Mm-hmm.
And he was every single clone trooper in Star Wars The Clone Wars. He's in cartoons. He's in the Batman Arkham games as like multiple characters.
Dude, he's Perry the Platypus, man.
He's Perry the Platypus?
He's Perry the Platypus.
No shit.
He's Perry the Platypus.
He's
man.
everybody, dude. And so everyone knows D. Bradley Baker in the voiceover scene, but for the uninitiated, it's like, who's that? But he has celebrity level accolades. He really does. And in the, I think a way to get this more known is that in the content creation arms race that all these companies have, like Wired and help me out. What's another one? Like what are the like BuzzFeed playing with the puppies thing? You know, we've got like Tom Holland and Timothée Chalamet like playing with kittens and doing interviews. But like, I want to see John DiMaggio on Hot Ones eating hot wings with Sean Evans in Marcus Phoenix's voice, like, I'm taking fucking fire. Like, I want to see that. Like, that is so entertaining. And like in Japan, right? The voice actors are celebrity level because anime is their primary entertainment export.
Yeah.
And anime voiceover actors get celebrity status. And I think that we could have that over here in the West if we just pay a little more attention to them and give them that, put them in the limelight a little bit with that behind the scenes content and things like that.
Yeah, it's really hard. I feel like a lot of voice actors reach that celebrity status if they willingly put themselves through other mediums, such as like video games or stuff like that. You know, you don't really know that one person who might be the one behind like Perry the Platypus unless he comes out and says like, hey, I'm Perry the Platypus. Like,
and
I'm
it goes,
yeah,
however he does it.
But like, I'm just thinking a lot about what you said about like Japan, because like you have your anime voice actors and then they also are featured in like anime video games, and now everyone knows who they are, and like,
and they're on talk shows and they're all doing game shows as well.
Right.
Yeah.
And we could be doing that in the West. So I think that's a pretty good closing thought, guys. What do you think?
I think America should be like Japan and that we should all be anime. And we should all eat our foods. And before we eat, we clap our hands. Itadakimasu!
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Oi, oi. Like, I don't...
What the fuck?
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Acting Out Loud. Next week, what do you guys want to talk about next week? What do we got going on?
I feel like our first episode, we covered AI. I think next time we should give our listeners a nice little treat and create a Family Guy episode through AI.
Listeners can have a Family Guy episode as a treat. All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We will catch you next week. Cheers.
Bye-bye.